Merhabalar. Hogwarts Legacy'de kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Aşk arkadaşlar konuşamıyorum bile baksana. Eee Sesim biraz garipse kusura bakmayın çünkü bayağı bir hastayım. En son böyle kötü oldum koronada hatırlıyorum. Kusura bakmayın onun için şimdi. Umarım hoşunuza gider, video aşağıdan beğenmeyi unutmayın. Şimdi şu haritada şurada bir şey gözüküyor. Bu neymiş lan? Niye bu kadar fazla oldu bunlar? Çok fazlalar. Peki.
Lumos. Revelio.
Güzel.
Lumos.
Oğlum free roam'a çıktık gibi yani. Böyle serbest gezişe çıktık gibi. Merhaba Baykuş. Bir Arn'a geri dönelim. Orada TP yeri var mıydı acaba? Abi sese bak ya. Sesi boş ver. Başımın ağrısını şu an anlatamam yani. Orada ışınlanabileceğimiz bir yer var. He. Kolun şarjı azmış. Neyse takarız. Biraz daha oynayalım. Zaten bitince şey yaparım. Lumos. Benden ses sekiyor galiba ya. Bakacağım oyun içinde. Havalar da ben anlamadım. Çok soğuk ya. Mart'taki yani. Mart'a geldik. Mart'a 2-3 gün var. Mart'taki havaya bak. Buz gibi. Ya Ocak Şubat'ta bu kadar soğuk hava yoktu yani. Ben anlamıyorum ki. Hadi be kankam, sen de bu aralarda çok bekletmeye başladın ha.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little
Neyi
place like
yükleyemedin
this.
anlamadım.
Lumos.
If you're here for my wares, I'm afraid I still don't have my carts.
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
You know, perhaps my next piece will...
What a nice idea, On.
Oh, I can't wait to get started.
Anca bir kuru teşekkür zaten, ben anlamadım. Bu yan görevler niye böyle kuru teşekkürle bitiyor?
All the best.
Bir envantere bir bakalım ilk başta. Ah be oğlum, hadi ya. Diyeceğim ki altta yükleme falan yapıyorum, yok. Bunu var diğer SSD'ye keşke kurmasaydım ya. Bunu bir giy. Satma opsiyonlarımız değerlendirilebilir şimdi. Satabiliriz.
Hello, Mr. Sam.
What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
Bunları alabiliriz.
I hope to see you again sometime.
İnşallah. Şimdi ne var görevimizde? Görevler. Profesör Hekat'ın ödevi. ...480. Görevdeki markı kaldırdık. Evet kankam, yükleyeceğim mi? Ah bu shader muhabbeti ya. Bu oyunu mahvediyor ya. Bu shader yükleme muhabbeti var oyununa, tamam mı? Girişte bir 10 dakika bekletiyor zaten her girişimde. Sıktı yani, anladın mı? Oyuna bir kere gireceğim, bir daha çıkmayacaksın yani bitene kadar, anca öyle. Baksana şuradan şuraya TP atıyoruz, 2 saatte geliyor. Altta bir şey mi açık diyeceğim, bakayım bir. OBS var. Zaten sistemin yarısını bile kullanmıyor oyun. Enteresan.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
PC'ye bir ayar çekmek lazım ya artık. Bir en azından bir Rem 32 yapacağım. Evet hocam, size ne yapmam gerekiyor? Buradan mı? Yok.
Lumos.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I...
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Evet. Experience. Değil mi?
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Evet.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Lumos.
You seem to have the
Güzel. Şimdi ana görev. Experience'ı öğrendik. Şey nerede? Bir dakika bölüyorum. Filmden merak ettiğim için Redicto muydu? Ha bombar da var. Tamam, onu biliyorum. Bunu da biliyorum, dönüşüm büyüsünü. Şey var mı? Bir dakika. Guardium Leviosa. Onu biliyorum. Nebraska. Imperio. Crucio. Ha tamam. Crucio var. Oy! Avare Kadavra. Of, Voldemort'un sahnesi aklıma geldi. Oğlum çok iyi oyun ya. Bir dakika. Kusura bakmayın arkadaşlar, biraz abartıyorum ama çok hoşuma gidiyor. Ben Harry Potter serisine bayılan bir insanım. O yüzden bir tık böyle. Evet, hala render sıkıntımız var. Kapı renderlanmamış mesela. Bir saniye. Bak izle. Ben de mesaj aldım o sıra, kusura bakmayın. Pardon.
What in Merlin's name was...
You're growing Punja's onion again.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Eldivene bak,
How
şeklemekte bak.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Çığlık atan değil miydi lan? Adam otunu sökünce çığlık atıyordu yanlış hatırlamıyorsam.
Let's see if
Don't
we can't make
Star'dakine
our
benziyor
Cyprus
hatta.
friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Aynen
First,
aynen, adam
let's
otoydu.
protect
Evet.
our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Take your mandrake in the new pot and cut out the soil!
Pardon, ses gitmiş olabilir.
The soil should
Şarja
envelop
taktım
the
kolu.
root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
Bu muydu hocam?
Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started.
I wonder if hippogriffs like not.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but
Polyanlacılığa
catch your
devam.
enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital
Taksim'in
ingredient in
kilidi
the
açıldı.
Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Girit otu. Bu şifalı bitkinin yaprakları Wiggenweld iksirinde kullanılır. Girit otu tohumları büyülü manavdan satın alınabilir ve her büyüklükteki saksıda yetiştirilebilir. Bitki boyutu küçük bitki. Büyüme süresi 10 dakika. Ne yapacağız? Benim aklıma şimdi gübre ekleyebilirsiniz. Peki.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Peki.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomp. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Bunları bir topla da.
Revelio.
Dirigible erikleri. Bu turuncu turp benzeri meyve büyüdükçe baş aşağı yüzer. Bazıları bunun kişinin olağanüstü olanı kabul etme yeteneğini geliştirebileceğine inanır.
Revelio.
Look at that! Oh, anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Okay.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Peki.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
Will each possess their own wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Yüzü düştü bir anda.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Göreve bakacağım bir saniye.
Revelio. Revelio.
Peki, göreve bakalım. İksir sınıfı.
Nothing beats a leisurely evening walk.
As to why that portrait was empty.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
There be Aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Sharp, I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Profesör Sharp'ın serbest rozeti. Serbazlar, bakanlığının büyülü kolluk kuvvetlerini oluşturur ve büyücülük dünyasını her türlü tehdide karşı korurlar. Özellikle kara büyüden. Kaynaklananlara karşı bu serbaz rozeti Profesör Sharp'a aittir.
I hate to see a creature get put through your craft.
Burası Profesör Snape'in mekanı değil mi oğlum?
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Evet. En önemli iksir nasıl yapılıyor bakacağız şimdi.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, You'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from
Revelio.
school after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Almak.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Yürü git. Yetkili arar ofiste memorandum. Konu Borgime Works. Borgime Works'ın normal dükkan saatleri dışında özellikle gecenin erken saatlerinde dükkanın arka geçişine yapılan şüpheli teslimatlar nedeniyle artan bir hareketlilik var. Dükkanın itibarı hakkında bildiklerimizi göz önünde bulundurarak dükkanı zaten izlemekte olanlara katılmak üzere daha fazla serbest ekliyoruz. Siz de yeni eklenenler arasınız. Diğer talimatlar takip edilecek.
Revelio.
Aldık bu arada çaktırma.
Not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Gareth,
Hello again.
here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Knew you'd come around. Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Efficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Kanka kolla niye seçtirmiyorsun?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait,
Revelio.
it's not supposed to. Ah! Dragonstar! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be point from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well. The other potion.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here.
Evet, kimya
Now,
gibi
I
bölümü bugün.
recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Bundan bir tane yap ya. Evet.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
Aha Black? Ha yok şey. Sirius zannettim yani kafa gitti. Scrope bulduğun kitabı biliyor. Eksik bir şey var mı? Bir şey mi var? Scrope açık konuşmanın güvenli olduğunu inanmıyor. Scrope başka bir not bıraktı. Köprünün karşısında kayaların arasında dikkatli ol. Bundan kimseye bahsetme.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Cücedir büyük ihtimalle.
Revelio.
Neredeyse vardık. Taş çemberin hemen aşağısındaki bal kabaklarına doğru git. Birinin içine bak. Zavallı kalpli Scrope'a yardım edebilir.
Pumpkins. Ah, I think I know just the place. Expelliarmus.
Bunlar ne ya? Baksana abi her yerde.
Revelio.
Genç Slytherin şu anda son derece meraklı olmalı. Scrope'la suyun kenarında kırık rıhtımın yanında buluşun.
Down to the water's edge. This had better not be a trick. Revelio.
Niye girmiyor?
Revelio. Revelio.
Tamam kalsın bura.
Revelio.
Evet, cüce.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years.
Ha, Dobby bu da.
Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you.
Revelio.
Finding your pages. And the ring.
Grotto. Ananı avradını. Çok iyi. Yat.
Revelio.
Kolaydı geçti.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes. Revelio.
Apollonia Black'in günlüğü.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh. The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages?
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Evet. Hazine mi?
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Bakarım ben ona. Manzaraya bak.
Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollonia's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
Phew, that boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to house elves. Expelliarmus.
Evet gençler, bölümümüzü de burada sonlandıralım. Umarım hoşunuza gitmiştir. Beğendiyseniz beğenmeyi ve kanalımıza abone olmayı unutmayın. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Hoşçakalın.